a lot of people reflecting back would think, man, I didn't get to really be a child then. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. No bullshit. Yeah, I think that's why I am the way I am now. Where it's like, yeah, I definitely ain't get a chance to have a childhood.
So you end up moving to Boston around 13 and you guys lived in a shelter at first, right? What was that experience like for you living in the shelter and how long did it last?
Yeah, we was in a shelter, I would say probably like the first year and a half to 2 years that we moved to Boston. We was in a shelter on Dorchester Ave, like right next to Dorchester Court. But I would say it was whatever. You know what I mean? It was weird at first because it's like you go from a house, home, brothers, sisters, step pops, you know what I mean? To then now you in a shelter with a whole bunch of different families. So to me, it was kind of like, fuck is going on, you know what I'm saying? But more or less, like, I'm a person, I adapt like really quick, you know what I mean? So to me, it was kind of like, we lived there and I thought everybody was weird besides us, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I mean, I feel like it kind of was like the stepping stone to me getting used to the life I'm living now, you know what I'm saying? As far as like dealing with jail, juvenile detention, I mean, county bids, state bids, fed bids. I feel like it all started with that shelter situation. You know what I'm saying?
What would you say the layout of the shelter was like? Was like you each family getting the individual like room or like how did it look?
Well, you would say like each shelter varied because we went through a few of them. Some of them we would all be in one room, and each family would like have their own room. And then some of them it'll be like kids, and then adults have their own rooms, type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Do you feel like living in a shelter exposed you to a lot of things early on?
Yeah, you could say that because I feel like different families have different belief systems. You know what I'm saying? Like what should be punished, what shouldn't be punished. You know what I'm saying? So you see different type of parenting going on in one building, and then you be like, oh, hold up, fuck, this little nigga mad disrespectful. Their parents not checking him. You know what I'm saying? Or damn, this nigga, they mad strict with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's that watching everything going on in one moment daily, every day. You know what I'm saying? So.
So your mom ends up getting her own place to live, but she ends up kicking you out after a few months. Why did she end up
Yeah.
kicking you out?
I think it was a mix of things. I mean, I think she was young. You know what I mean, she was young. I think she was like 25 or something with 5 kids. I mean, I think it was a mix of that of feeling like, damn, I ain't never lived my life. I want to live my life. I mean, she had a new relationship going on. I wasn't really an easy kid to deal with. You know what I'm saying? I was definitely rebellious. You know what I'm saying? I ain't following none of the rules. You know what I mean? So, I think it was a mix of everything.
Got you. So what was your reaction when she told you she wanted you to leave?
It goes back to that saying, throw me to the wolves, watch how I come back leading the pack. You know what I'm saying? It was more or less like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Like, if you throw me to the wolves, like, if you turn your back on me, you person that gave me birth, you know what I mean? Like, I was willing for anybody to turn their back on me. I mean, it was more like survival mode type of shit. You know what I mean?
So you didn't feel hurt by that?
I wouldn't say in the beginning, no. I would say probably like, I feel like once I got the understanding of it more, you know what I mean? Like, once I started going through bullshit in the streets,
Mm.
and I started going, the more shit I went through, the more I'm like, damn, hold up. I got left out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas left me for dead. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I would say more like later teen years, yeah.
So do you end up going to live with a friend or you start going to foster homes?
Yeah, well, I was in foster home first. You know what I'm saying? So, at first, I got put in the DY. And DYS is basically like, it's jail for kids. I mean, so I was just catching cases, DY, forced home, DY, group home, DY, you know what I'm saying? But I never really liked to be in them programs. So, I was always like running away and shit, you know what I'm saying? So they considered me like a AWOL kid. I mean, I'll be out, I'll be leaving, you know what I'm saying? So they ended up starting to take me and bringing me to further jails and further foster homes and, you know what I'm saying, pushing me more out of the city. You know what I mean?
And how did you process that like during that time? Like how do you think that impacted you as a person to go through that?
I think I was a dog about it. To me, it was like, this ain't my crib, man. This ain't my home. You know what I mean? I found comfort in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I found comfort being on the block, in the corner. You know what I mean? Trap houses, around crackheads, fiends. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the regular shit you see on TV. I found comfort in these situations that people might find uncomfortability. You know what I mean? But I felt like that was my place, you know what I'm saying? I learned how to maneuver through them shits, you know what I mean, and just kind of be like the young nigga on the block that everybody was like, oh shit, look at dog. I mean, like this little nigga still outside, you know what I mean? So
Why do you think it is that you found comfort in uncomfortable situations?
I feel like number one, I didn't have a choice. So to me, I looked at it like this. We moved in a place, a city and state I never heard of, and everybody had a cousin, uncle, family ties, older brother. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has some type of backup support in the community. To me, it was like I ain't have no backup. I had to be my own backup. You know what I mean? So to me, it was like, nigga, either I'm gonna lose in this world that I'm new to, or I'm gonna get on my shit and I'm gonna show niggas. You know what I'm saying, I don't need backup. I'm my own backup, and I'm willing to go there with anybody. You know what I'm saying, backup or not. So yeah, I think that's more or less what it was. Where it's like, nigga, you here whether you like it or not. I mean, make the best of it.
Mm. How did you process being away from all of your siblings?
Um, I would say I processed it. I felt like I had a responsibility. So, like, I started selling drugs, different type of drugs, and using that money to go buy books and pencils and clothes and shit like that, and bring it back to when my mom's was in, going to the crib, you know what I'm saying, knocking on the back door or the window. Giving it to my sister, and you know what I'm saying, yo, pass this out, give this to you know what I'm saying? So, I feel like I more or less had like a father role responsibility. And I feel like I had the means to do it. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, because even though you the second youngest, you almost felt like you had to play that male figure in the life of your
Yeah.
siblings, though, right? And provide.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
I mean, did that feel like a lot to shoulder at such a young age for you, though?
Nah, I feel like it didn't really I feel like this is my job, you know what I mean? Like I feel like it's my responsibility. So it wasn't really no thing. To me, it was like we didn't even have a pops. Like once we found out our step pops wasn't our pops, he moved away. He moved out, started doing him and me. So once we got to like a certain age, 12, 13, 14, I felt like, it's definitely my responsibility to hold it down.
I think a lot of people reflecting back would think, man, I didn't get to really be a child then. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. No bullshit. Yeah. I think that's why I am the way I am now. Where it's like, yeah, I definitely ain't get a chance to have a child.
I mean, because you think about it, you're a parent now, right? And how old are
Yeah.
your kids?
My daughter 11, she about to be 12 next week, and then my son, he 9.
So the stuff that you were enduring at their ages, could you even imagine them enduring that?
Nah, hell no. Even do I think they built for it? Yeah, hell yeah. My kids are built for tough. Would I imagine them doing it like that? Hell no. No.
I mean, it must like make you like even like think about it even more. Like, damn, I was really going through a lot at such a young age.
Yeah. When you put it like that, yeah, definitely.
How old would you say that you were when you saw something violent for the first time?
I don't know what way.
Like in person, like you saw something in front of you, whether like somebody getting beat up, somebody getting like, hurt in the
I would
streets.
say as far as I can remember being a human being, because you grow up in an environment where it's regular. The gas station is a fight. Somebody getting shot in the projects or somebody getting stabbed on the side street. I feel like it was regular. So far as I can remember, violence always been like in the world, you know what I mean?
Right. So we talking
But
like
I felt like
5 years old that you probably saw something early.
yeah, 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 but we never had like it was more like, oh shit, look. You know what I'm saying? It was more like a movie. Oh shit, look. Dog's windows getting broken. You know what I'm saying? The BM's going crazy, break the dog window, cracked his head open with a bat, or look at the gas station, or somebody stole somebody's car, crashed it, and then we make it away. You know what I'm saying? So I would say like regular. It was regular.
So all this stuff, it seems so normalized to you, right? That like you were never able to like have someone talk to you about it, like, hey, this is what happened, or help you process it. It's just like you just had to learn how to cope with it somehow.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like when you growing up like that, you really thinking that's just the world. I'm not. I'm felt like you're not really thinking, hey, you're not supposed to be seeing these things at an early age, or you know what I mean? Like you're not supposed to be exposed to this type of world. You know what I mean? So for my kids, I definitely try to like, keep it contained and keep who I am contained when I'm around my kids, things like that. You know what I mean?